SCPH replay cast. And that was a solid BO3 early on. This time though, we're back into single game actions in the ladder. And introducing our players here and now on Nightshade LE. It's gonna be the red Protoss of Xvent on the bottom right. And his opponents here on the top left, the blue Zerg, gonna be back on her main race. It is gonna be AgentX into the field. I'm a B, you a B, we all a B. And AgentX has been one of, has also been sending in replays for quite a while already. If I remember correctly, it's around gold or higher. I'm not too sure, gold or platinum, something like that. And she does show us a few funny replays from time to time, especially when she off-raced as Protoss to fight against a proxy hatchery on the natural. It was a funny time. But AgentX, we can really see, does play this game for fun, and hopefully we can track her progress as well alongside everyone else that we cover. Xvent, in the meantime, one of your standard ladder players. We don't have much to say about him, but kudos to him to actually going for the fights, and he is gonna go for the cheese action. Proxy gateways into 2. What is up with Protoss players and cheese? Now, this is what I noticed on the lower end of the ladder, especially since I'm just in gold right now. I haven't actually played ladder in a while, but yeah. Protoss cheeses are very successful in this game and in the lower leagues of the ladder. Why? Because the scouting is just very straightforward, and in lower leagues they don't really understand the timings basically of buildings. Now, this is a little obvious as soon as AgentX scouts this out, because this is a forge. And if the forge is spotted, AgentX is gonna be like, where the hell are those cannons coming? Forge fast expand is a day gone by. But 4 gateways apparently is what Xvent needs. Either go with the photon cannon in front. Okay, like if it was either silver, gold, or platinum, one of those things. This league is. The photon cannon in the front is very dangerous to say the least, because of the fact that it is a very soft building. If you really want to seal your hole, you can go for another pylon, but I would say it would be better if you go for a cybernetics core, just to enable stalkers into this one. In the meantime, AgentX spotting out this expansion, this proxy. And is the probe really stuck in the middle? Good cheese. Good cheese. Okay, so Zealot's gonna be morphed on in, deciding to, warped on in rather, morph. How do you hell morph a Zergling? But yeah, spine crawlers are gonna be there, and I feel like AgentX has this one already. Yes, guys, the 1 hour game, that was ridiculous. I remember I called it quits on Saipem's 53-minute games. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. But so next session we'll work into the 40-minute one, because I don't think we'll have time for anything else if we give Jihan the spotlight there. And technically, we gave him 40 minutes already with the best of 3. The next Xvent now waiting on the outside. AgentX. This is already AgentX's game. Like, unless Xvent realizes, hey, I need to go macro, I need to go cybernetics core, AgentX has this. 2 spine crawlers. That should be enough, right? This is so easy for AgentX to transition to 2 bases, find a third actually, and just creep spread her way there. The blues are looking good. Zerglings right now. Oh no, don't fight this! Don't fight this, AgentX! No! This is not the fight you wanna take! I think the idea there from AgentX was to go for the run-on by, but attack move instead, going for the aggro against the Protoss Zealots. And AgentX trying to get in the way. The spine crawlers getting some free hits. But AgentX needs something bulkier actually to seal this gap. And now the Zealots, onto the main base we go. Queen gonna be there. AgentX gonna get that spine crawler on. Oh my god! What is the Protoss doing? Putting him in a line, actually. It is effective enough. Xvent, it looked really dicey. It looked pretty dangerous, honestly, for him. But it actually mitigated that DPS there against those Zerglings. And AgentX has to pull these drones. Little mistake there from AgentX, forgetting about the main base. It's not gonna be enough if you don't physically seal the gap by this point. And Xvent driven chase, but why? Why would you give chase into the spine crawlers? There you go, with the tentacle spikes just slamming on down. Xvent has a simulator that's not being used, a probe that's taking a nap, and he does go for the base here. Apparently he goes for the base here, and the probe got out? The probe got out or something happened, whatever, okay, sure, interesting game. Xvent right now deciding to expand so close to his opponents. In the meantime, here comes AgentX, and sure, this photon cannon is gonna be very, very pesky. It is gonna pack a pretty big punch against these poor Zerglings, but eventually this should get burst down. AgentX just has to realize that, okay, never mind. It's not enough. Goes for the second one instead. And yeah, sure, it could be tit for tat. AgentX retreating with these Zerglings, having 7 of them, having 9 of them actually might have not been enough. It could have gone down, but in the end, whatever was left won't really do significant damage to the Protoss probe line. And this does give Xvent the notice like, oh yeah, I have a main base. Finally covers it up with a second cannon on the offset. And the Cybernetic score to further increase his defenses. So from a pretty obvious win game, it actually has turned into Xvent having a little bit of a chance. But AgentX is still heavily in the lead by this point. Like, you could say the odds right now are 80, not say 90-10 in favor of the blue Zerg. Because these spine crawlers are just so effective by this point. The third one actually, and AgentX sealing the gap. Gonna go for a fourth. I think that this gap is a little too much. You might want to open up just a little more to allow those Zerglings and Banelings to breathe free. Welcome to Bronze League Heroes. Like, I think it's fine. I think this is like silver or gold. Like, by this point, I don't know what the Protoss is doing. AgentX a little more on point in exactly what she has to do, but still slipping on where to position things. And there you go. You know, you just see flashes of brilliance sometimes, but is it brilliance or is it just insanity actually falling into the same space? How is this in the middle? How? How is this in the middle? How did the probe get through? I guess here a print screen for by mistake trying to find the angle, but I guess a small opening. And yeah, floating cannon in the middle. This is how the map editors of campaign would set up buildings. Not gonna lie. Floating cannon in the middle just to screw with you on difficulties, but hey, look, a Stalker! The Stalker is finally coming online here for Xvent. He hasn't used Chrono Boost. He has not used Chrono Boost whatsoever, and he's not using them on gateways. Like, if you're not even gonna go for upgrades, might as well just use them on gateways, right? And oh, okay, you already know what league this is by this point. Stargates, I'm expecting Void Ray. The classic StarCraft 2 Protoss starter pack. Zealot, Cannon, Void Ray. One Stalker, apparently. Part of the club. But, yeah, Zealot, Void Ray. Come on, give it to me. Or will it be Carrier? Is Xvent ballsy enough to actually play Carrier? Recall the probe. Dude, he hasn't... This thing is still on cooldown. This thing is still on cooldown. Chrono Boost has not been used. Do you really think Xvent recalled the probe? No way. And I'm feeling fun. This is fun. This is a fun, funky one after a solid BO3 and a solid game, honestly, there from Missile as well. Like, we were going up in terms of quality, and now we are in the shitter, sure, but this is a fun shitter to begin with. It's like one of those toilet adventures that you just really need to go. You're coming from the outside, and you have to rush home just to take the biggest dump in the world. This is what this is right now, and I'm having fun. What the f- Void Ray. Oh, Oracle. Okay. Now this is. Oh, Phoenix is right. He's finally. Oh no, I think this is the first time he's used recall. See, this is the first time. I guess Phoenix is an Oracle. Wink, wink. The recall finally happens. You get more probes that way. He reinforces his base with more probes against his sealed, and here comes the Baneling Buzz. No, not gonna happen this time. It's just like, okay, first you don't succeed, try again the proper way. Xvent, in the meantime, setting this Oracle here. And the real question is, does he really use the Pulsar Beam properly? In the meantime, Baneling Buzz. How did this die first? I guess the splash damage was enough, but he is gonna go for the pylon. The Artosis pylon by this point. And let's see his AgentX to shut things down. Yes, it does. It goes for the Cannon, the Forge. A little questionable, honestly. If AgentX decided to go for the middle line instead, that would have been a heftier punch. And apparently, you need 3 probes just to build 2 pylons. Dude, I'm learning so many things today about StarCraft. Like, I have IEM Catalyst has nothing on this, guys. You will not learn anything from the Koreans. You will learn something from Xvent. He shows you how to play Protoss. Imagine seeing this game in C games. You know, not gonna lie, there's some people who are like, hey, you know, C this is the C games game for me, that kind of thing. It's a little sad. People just hate each other, basically. And, you know, whatever. It is what it is. In AgentX right now, it's like, hey, Zerglings should be enough to mop the floor out of this. She's already on 3 base. We haven't even talked about her macro. It's been pretty on point after that small mistake of not putting a spine crawler in the way, or putting a spine crawler on that main base. This is really AgentX time to shine. It'd be better though if these banelings decide to go for the bust onto the pylon, but make sure that nothing comes on here, because the probes are already surrounded. There you go. The pylons do go down. Stargate so close to getting Void Rays, but not enough. And the only thing Xvent has is this mess of a base, to say the least. Now here comes the Oracles, Mutalisk though into the field already. AgentX already getting the proper scout on, looking to go for the anti-air. Spore Crawler is there. I feel like this is not a match. This is not a match that